The young tech wizards of Devilbotz 2876, Burlington High's longtime and ever-growing robotics team, have brought their latest creation to life, and they're ready to show them off and compete with other groups who share the same passion. The weekend of March 4th, the Devilbotz crew traveled to Salem, New Hampshire to participate in the Granite State competition.
So our competition last week actually got cut short because of the snowstorm on Friday, I believe it was. Normally there's 2 days of competition and 1 day of setup. They cut everything down to 1 day of competition. So they cut off, I think, 30 or so qualifiers, and they shortened the finals too. I believe if we had more time at that competition, we would have done better, because at the beginning of the competition, our driver hadn't really had a lot of time to practice, so he was getting much, much better as the matches progressed. And by the end of the competition, we were consistently scoring 14th place.
The robot was only a prototype when BNEWS last caught up with Devilbotz. And through many hours at the drawing board, along with programming and testing, it's evolved into something greater.
We have 4 to 5 meetings per week, depending on the week, and each meeting is 3 hours plus 10-hour one on the weekends. It's definitely obvious that we spend a lot of time on it. It's way different than our practice bot. Our practice bot is just our drivetrain, and then we've built onto it.
And there's no rest for the hardworking members of Devilbotz 2876 as it gets closer to the day of a competition. And on the day of, all hands are on deck. They'll be competing at Reading Memorial High School on Saturday, March 18th.
We're going to bring our robot to the pits. We're going to check everything, make sure nothing got damaged in transport, which has happened before. And then on Saturday, we're going to come bright and early at like 8 a.m. and we are going to start our qualifiers. We might have a few practice rounds before, but we'll have around 12 qualifiers, I believe. And based on the outcome of the qualifiers, we'll be put into alliances, which are their way of doing finals, which is basically the top 8 teams get to pick their teams to work with them, and then I believe it is something like 24 out of the 40 teams get to move on to the finals that day, and then the winners of those get to move on to the districts.
You know, I love this stuff. Like, this didn't exist when I was a kid. I would have been totally all over it. And yeah, having people that like want to go and like learn how to drill holes and things and work on CAD models and stuff like that is really fun. And yeah, they're really getting a lot out of it as they see the robot that they built perform in competition.
From the lower library at Burlington High School, this is John Vias for BNEWS.